I'm really interested by what you're talking about. And the most interesting point at the moment for me, I'm not very good at talking, is leverage. So this sort of idea of leverage is very, very
Yeah, look,
important.
I think that's why I was very delighted when Carbon Tracker approached me to write this report, because their point, and this is Mark Campanella, I think Mark's in the audience here, his idea was that people can't be persuaded to worry about what they think is the situation of people in 100 or 200 years. They're not really worrying about their own situation on 200 or 300 months. They can't be made to worry about future generations, but they can be worried about their checkbook and their bank account. So the leverage point that Mark and Campanale and Carbon Tracker gave me is people's pension funds. And so the report I wrote was about the damage to pensions. And ironically, as I started writing it, I received a document from my own superannuation fund. Being an Australian, I have a superannuation fund called UniSuper. And that told me that a 4.3 Celsius increase in global temperatures by 2100 is, and I quote, an acceptable risk to your portfolio. That's, of course, what's happening there is they have consultants, people like Mercer, and other consultants who make money out of advising councils and governments and so on. And they moderately innocently took the economic research and then put it into their glossy reports for pension funds, and are basically telling some of them that 2 degrees of warming is better for the economy than zero. So, and what they didn't realize is that the typical thing of you're a consultant, you normally don't have a PhD. You normally admire people who get PhDs. So they've got this subservience to anybody who's published in academic literature. And when they see it, they think, oh, this must be done properly. And they read it. Well, I became an academic. I never thought I'd be able to take the idiots on. Clearly, I was wrong. But nonetheless, I don't give them that level of respect. If I see something published by a neoclassical economist, I expect it to be based on garbage. But the scale of garbage in this case just absolutely has horrified me. So I go on and take a look at it, and then it's incredibly easy to say, you should never have trusted this work. What that requires consultants to do is lift the academic veil and say, just because it's a referee doesn't mean it's good. Now, the trouble is consultants don't do that. But anyway, what's happened to courtesy of the Carbon Tracker report and the one that Tim Lenton worked with the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries is we now have weapons to take to pension funds and superannuation funds, insurance companies, anybody who's got a fiduciary duty. And that's, again, the power of what Carbon Tracker got me to do. If you have a fiduciary duty and you can show something like this as a member of the public, then you can say you are breaching your fiduciary duty to me. And if you get people together, we can sue you. Okay. So I think the best thing to go would be to particularly take the Carbon Tracker report, get a pension group. There are plenty of pension action groups around, show them this work and say, okay, now you should go to the next meeting of your council and say, unless you change your policies, we're going to sue you for breaching your fiduciary duty towards us.